All right, so can you just tell me a little bit about your experience with erectile dysfunction before the surgery?
Sure. So I've been on a lot of medication that has a side effect. Specifically, I've been on Adderall for many years, which erectile dysfunction is one of the main side effects.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been struggling with that for, I'd say, well over 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it's it's been a challenge. I could not take my medicine, for days and maybe function properly, or it affects work, it affects relationships. I tried the pill, and that stopped working for me. I tried the injections, and I just couldn't get my head around sticking a needle in my penis. It was challenging, and it was painful for me. So yeah, do you want to?
Yeah, and then you can talk a little bit more about what it was like, going through the surgery. How painful was it? How inconvenient was it?
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't inconvenient at all, right? Because so the surgery was relatively painless. The recovering from the surgery over the next few days, the first few days, it is going to be very uncomfortable. I'd say after about 3 days or so, I started to feel more normal. It's just a little swelling. After about a week or two, I think it was, like the swelling went down to a more manageable level where I was feeling like myself again, and I could be active. After the first week, I was like back up doing things.
Okay.
Right? It wasn't really that bad. It seemed at the time, it seems like, oh my God, but like honestly, like when my experience with the device after the surgery has been so positive that I don't even remember that part, because it's just it's so much different now that the device is there.
And how long after the surgery did you start using the device?
How long was it? Probably about 2-3 weeks, actually.
Pretty early.
Well, just to try it, like to pump it up and get some experience with it. Actually using it, like for real, probably about 5 weeks. It was
5 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was about 5 weeks. I waited.
Yeah.
The lot of time. And I felt like I could have done it before, but I didn't want to.
Right.
I don't want to rush it and end up with some kind of complication, because it is an investment in your future, right? So I just want to make sure it got done right.
Yeah.
I did want to make sure it worked.
Right.
So and I was reading somewhere that it depends. Everybody has a different kind of way, I guess they go about it, where you could kind of pump it up a little bit and just make sure that it stays. Erect. And then pulling down the device from your scrotum to make sure that it doesn't ride up too high.
Right.
Was something I had to do as well.
Okay.
But it wasn't. It was manageable. It was very manageable. If you think about it, it's like it's about a month all in, right, of your life where you're not going to be active. And to be honest with you, I've gone once without being active before because of the inconvenience. Once the pill stopped working for me, right, and even with the pill would interfere with my medication. Right. So then I take the pill, and then the next day at work, I'm like a zombie. So it's just I couldn't always afford. If I had a deadline or something at work, I couldn't always afford to take the pill. I just have to okay, look, we have to take off this week, and everything was scheduled. Now after that month, it's like you get your life back. Every spontaneity, the quality of the erection is, I say, the same or even better. It's like, to me, it feels like I'm at my best.
Yeah.
It does feel a little bit different. Like you have to get used to it. But I haven't had any complaints. at all, and it is consistent. 100% of the time, it works.
Right.
And my fiance has no complaints either.
Okay, awesome.
She likes it.
Awesome. All right.
But it's a huge quality of life thing, and everything changes. Like your self-esteem, your attitude. You just, I don't know, you feel more like yourself.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, glad we were able to help.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Doctor.